Hi there, this is Harry and welcome back to Advanced English Lessons with Harry, where I try to help you to get a better understanding of the English language. And in this particular Advanced English Lessons, that's exactly what we're doing. We're looking at phrasal verbs, and today's Advanced English lesson is about phrasal verbs using the verb look, to look. Okay, so we're going to go through a list of these, 10 in total. I'll give you the phrasal verb and then I'll give you a situation when you can use it. Number 1, to look after somebody or look after something. Well, when we look after, we take care of. Yes? Will you please look after the kids while I go to the shop? Could you please look after my dog if I go on holidays? Somebody needs to take care of him. So to look after means to watch over, to take care of, to make sure everything is okay. So, I look after your dog, don't worry. I look after the kids, I can collect them from school, don't worry. So to look after something or to look after somebody. Okay, number 2, to look something up. Well, we are always looking something up on the internet. Yeah, anytime we've got a problem, anytime we've got a lack of information, anytime the kids want to do a project, what do? Well, we look up something or we look something up on the internet. We scroll through various records, we look at Wikipedia, whatever we do, we look something up. So if somebody has a question in the house, what do you know about this? What do you know about that? Just look it up on the internet. So that's the normal response that people are given. Look it up on the internet. And it's a simple question of Google, drop in the name and you get the information. To look something up is to search for or to find out information relating to that topic on the internet. In the old days, when I was young, we used to have to go to the library and get out an encyclopedia and look up the information. And of course, it's usually out of date. So modern days, look something up on the internet. Number 3, to look up. Now, when we look up, it's to look up to the sky. Okay, so if you hear an airplane overhead, you look up to the sky. If you hear the noise of the birds in the trees, you look up to the trees to see what is happening. So you raise your eyes or move your head in the direction of where the noise is coming from. So to look up. Okay, so somebody might also say, particularly if you've got a football trainer, that when you have the ball at your feet, you should look up, not to run with your head down because you won't see where you're going. You won't see where your teammates are so that you can pass the ball to them very cleanly and very clearly. Yeah. Okay. So to keep your head up, to look up. Or if you're walking in the street, look up and look where you are going in case you walk into somebody, or worse still, you walk into something like a lamppost. Okay? So to look up, lift your head, keep your eyes out straight, to look up. Number 4, to look back on something. This particular expression and phrasal verb refers to a bit of nostalgia. You know, when we want to remember something from the past, we look back on our school days, we look back on our younger life as a young teenager. So a bit of nostalgia. We are looking back to remember things that happened, remember a person in our life or a situation, funny or dangerous or strange, but we look back with fondness, about our school days. We look back with fondness on life or times with our grandparents. We look back on our times with our schoolmates, for example, if we meet them again after university and we say, oh, do you remember when? Do you remember this person? Do you remember that person? So we look back on something with nostalgia, with fondness. Of course, we can look back and say, I'm glad I'm where I am now today, that I don't have to do what I did 20, 30 years ago. So we don't always look back with fondness. We might look back and be grateful that life has moved on, life has changed, or indeed our life has changed. So to look back on something. And if you do like this particular lesson, then please like the video and also subscribe to the channel because it really, really helps. To look down on. So this is number 5, look down on. And when we use this phrasal verb, it's usually referring to a situation where we look at other people as being worse off than we are financially, or from an educational point of view, or professionally. So when somebody looks down on somebody else, they don't treat them with respect. They don't treat them as equals. Years and years ago, centuries ago, the kings and queens and members of the royal family literally used to look down on the poor people below them. So they would be living in these high towers in their castles, and they would look down on the poor people below, and they would throw them food or coins or whatever they would do. So that's where the origin of this phrasal verb comes from. So to look down on people is to treat them worse than you, to not to treat them equally, and to feel that you are better off. So it's not a nice way to be. Okay, so to look down on somebody. Number 6, to look ahead. Well, here again we can use this literally, and we can use it metaphorically. So when we use it literally, to look ahead means to raise your eyes and look where you're going. Look ahead on the street. Look ahead to see the traffic that is coming. So if you're riding your bicycle, keep your eyes looking ahead to make sure there's no cars coming in your direction that might cause an accident. But we can look ahead in another way when we want to plan. So we can look ahead to next week and we can plan our itinerary. We can look ahead to next week and we can plan our schedule. Or we can look ahead to the new year. If you're coming up to celebrate a New Year's Eve, then you might look ahead to the next year so that you can make New Year's plans or make some New Year's resolutions, whatever that might be. So looking ahead, or to look ahead, is about planning and making sure that what you want to do gets done. So to schedule events, to program events, to finalize a work schedule so that you can get everything done that you want to get done. So to look ahead. And we have an expression to look ahead to better days, to look ahead to the future, to look ahead to a happy life. So it's all about planning and progressing in your particular life or your career. Look into, number 7, to look into. When we look into something, we investigate. The police often look into crimes to see if there's somebody guilty. So it could be a burglary. They look into it to see if there's a history of burglaries in that area. Is there something in common that might suggest the particular person who did it? So they will look into it to investigate, try and find out some more information. We simply might just use to look into to suggest to somebody that we will discuss it, we will look at something, we will come back to you with some answers. So if your colleague comes to you and says, I've got a little problem here, this isn't working out well with the client, could you help me? And you say, yeah, leave it with me. I'll look into it and I'll come back to you with some answers. I'll give you my view, I'll give you my opinion, or I'll see if there's something better we can do or if I can help you. So I will look into it. I will examine it. I will research it. I will find out what we can do in a better way. So to look into it. Okay. So anytime we want to investigate, anytime we want to find out more information, anytime we want to do a little bit more digging or exploring, we will look into the problem. We will look into the situation. We will look into the issue to see how we can help and how we can improve or how we can solve the particular problem. So to look into. Next, number 8, to look forward to something. Now, we did use to look ahead. There's a slight similarity here, but when we look forward to something, it's something that is already planned, and therefore we are interested to see what happens. So, for example, I look forward to meeting you next week. So we've planned a meeting, so I'm going to see you next week. I look forward to meeting you again. It may not be exactly planned when it's going to be, but you're looking forward to that. I look forward to entertaining you when you come to my house for some celebration. I look forward to celebrating your birthday with you. So a birthday party that has been planned. So look forward to something means something in the future, something's going to happen, and you welcome the opportunity to have the party, to meet the person, to answer the letter. I look forward to any questions that you might have, and I'd be happy to answer those. So it's all about planning, something scheduled, something that you're going to deal with, to look forward to. Number 9 is to look round or look around. No difference. You can say around with an a or look round without the a. So You go into a shop, what do? You look round to see what's available, something that might be of interest on the shelves, in the window display, and the display inside the shop. So you look round to see if there's anything of interest for you. Or you might just simply ask the question, do you mind if I look round? So you walk into the shop, the assistant will come over to you and say, can I help you? Oh yes, I'm just having a look around. I just want to look to see what's available, what's on offer. Is there something that I might be interested in? So, often call it window shopping with no specific plan, no specific idea as to what we want to buy. We just want to look round or look around. Or if you visit a new city that you haven't visited before, so perhaps when you arrive, you check into your hotel and you say, look, I'm just going to go out for an hour or so just to look around, to see what the city is like, to see where the museums are, to see where the restaurants are, to see and find my bearings, see where we are located, just to see how long it will take us to get from the hotel to different places. So I'll spend an hour or so looking around, or to look around the streets, the shops, the places of interest. And then finally, number 10, we can use this phrasal verb, look out for something. Now, it has two meanings, okay? So I'll give you the first one. To look out for something means to watch out for, to try and recognize something. So if you're traveling in a certain direction, you haven't been there before, somebody might tell you, well, look, when you get onto the bus or the train, look out for this particular station. So look out for station number 2 or station number 3. You have to get off there and leave the station, and then you'll find where you want to go. Or the police might say to the pedestrians, look out for a blue van. There's been some suspicious activity in the street lately, so please keep your eyes open. Look out for a blue van. And if you notice it or recognize it, please tell a member of the police force, so that it's a warning to look out for. Okay? And then the second meaning, to look out for, is to watch over, to take care of, to support. I always look out for my brother. I always used to look out for my brother when we were young. If he got into difficulty or trouble, I'd be there to help him or support him. If he got into a fight at school, which he often did, I'd be there to help him and to stick up for him, or as we say, to watch his back. Somebody might say, I've got your back, have you got my back? So to look out for somebody is to watch over and to protect. Okay? All right, so that's our 10 phrasal verbs with the word look, the verb to look. Let me give them to you one more time. 1, to look after somebody or something, so to take care of my dog, to look after the dog, to look after the children. To look something up. When you search the internet, you go on to the Google and you find out some more information, to look something up. Number 3, to look up literally means to raise your eyes, look up to heaven. Yeah, look up at the airplane, look up at the birds in the sky. Number 4, look back on something, usually about nostalgia, looking back with some sort of interest in your previous life, something that happened, to look back on. To look down on, this is a negative phrasal verb, to look down on when we don't treat people equally, we don't treat them with respect, we look down on people who have less than we have, to look down on. Number 6, to look ahead can mean to look straight ahead when you're cycling so you don't have an accident, or to plan, to see what you're going to do next week, next month, next year, to look ahead into the future. Look into something means to investigate, to research, to find out what's happening or what did happen. So I'll look into that. I will investigate it. Look forward to have some interest in what's going to happen. Look forward to your birthday. Look forward to meeting you. Look forward to seeing you again. Look forward to getting your reply. Number 9, to look around or round, so means just to have a glance, just to nose around, to see what's happening, to see what's available without any particular intention of buying or doing anything else, to look around or look round. And then finally, to look out for your brother, look out for your sister means to take care of them. And then to look out for means to be watching for something, to look out for that black or that blue van that the police are trying to locate because it was involved in some serious incident the day before. So to look out for, be aware of it, and if you notice it, inform the police. Okay, so those are our 10 phrasal verbs, advanced phrasal verbs to do with the verb to look. So the best way to use these and to practice and to remember them is to write them down, put them into sentences, try to take a few, drop them into your conversations, and then take a few more the next week. Trying to learn them by heart won't work. It never works. You'll remember them for a little while, but you'll forget them very quickly. So if you need any more help, of course, you can contact me. Always happy to hear from you and always happy to help you if I can. Okay, this is Harry saying thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. And remember, join me for the next lesson.